where exhaustion is equivalent to success. Sometimes we just don't need an advice. Sometimes we need someone to hear us out. That mental health isn't weakness, it's a sign of being human. Greetings, everyone. My name is Praniti. I'm a ninth grader from Delhi Public School, Nepania, Indore. And I'm here to present a really interesting topic, which is the unspoken crisis of the youth mental health. I'll definitely try to make this engaging because I want this presentation to be more than just a talk. I want this presentation to be the moment you start looking at your mental health differently. So, before we dive into the topic, I want to ask you guys a simple question. What do you think an average high schooler's day looks like? If this question was asked to someone who graduated long back, we all agree that there would have been a classic answer, which is all they have to do is go to school and tuitions. I don't know what's exhausting them so much. When I was their age, I used to go play outside every single day and still be energized. But try asking this question to a student. They would actually walk you through how their day looks like. From waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning till midnight, something just keeps on going. Spending 6 hours at school, 3 hours at tuition, then homework, then assignments, and late night study sessions just to keep up with the academic pressure cooker. It is estimated that 1 in every 17 globally faces mental health disorders, including depression, anxiety, and behavioral disorders. Over 10,700 adolescents, over 10,700 adolescents every year die due to committing suicide, which is also the leading cause of the youth death. So alarming, right? These aren't just numbers. These are family, friends, or maybe, just maybe, even us. So the question arises, what is the reason behind these skyrocketing numbers? To answer that, we live in a world where exhaustion is equivalent to success, where marks, ranks, and results is what makes up us status and what our worth is in the society, or I might say Samaj. Parents really want the best for us, but that one single sentence which says beta, top the class, really adds the fuel to the fire. And then comes and roll the social media. Those cute little pictures, the cute little stories, that perfect nature, that perfect days, perfect lives, or I might say perfectly structured lives. We see everything on social media just feels better, happier, and prettier than us. So the question arises, why is it so? Let me get it simple. Sometimes we just don't need an advice. Sometimes we need someone to hear us out. Trust me, I've been to this. Nearly for 2 years, I had a core group. I might say my whole world. I really adored them, I really loved them. But due to some misunderstanding, that group fractured. I was alone. I was just there, sitting there, thinking, what have I done wrong? And you know what hurts the most? Is in the silence in the hallways. It was a noise in social media. Seeing them happy, going around, and really happy without me made me convince myself that maybe I was the problem. Maybe I was the bad person, and maybe I was the one who caused all this. The comparison was toxic. I was at a dark place and I didn't have an idea what to do. But then something changed. My parents started noticing me, and to my surprise, they didn't judge me. They heard me out. And then I met a new set of people that really trusted me and really told me that my worth was not connected to just a group. They trust me, my parents trust me, and you know, when someone trusts you truly, you build a self confidence. And that self confidence makes me stand here talk in front of all these people. And to conclude, I would like to say that mental health isn't weakness. It's a sign of being human. And it's absolutely okay not to be okay. Thank you so much.